Okay, today we're ranking brand new leaked kits for the 25-26 season. Let's jump into it.
Let the games begin.
Alright you lot, welcome back to Sporthawk. My name's Harry. Today we're doing even more brand new leaked kits for the 25-26 season. We're going to be looking at Barcelona, Real Madrid, loads of different clubs. So let's go. Okay, we're going to start off with AC Milan here. I don't really know about this one. Sometimes when I look at it, I like it. Sometimes I don't like it. I like the kind of feel about it, but then sometimes I just look at it and I think it looks like it's been through the wash too many times. I'm not a massive fan of the badge, but maybe it'll look a little bit better when we get official renders. So I don't think it's half bad. The full kit looks pretty nice with the red socks, the black shorts, not too bad. Overall, I think this one is okay. I'm gonna go for about a B, but it could definitely go up when we see actual pictures, but it probably could also go down. Next up, we have 3 Barcelona kits. Let's start off with the home shirt, which is this one. And to be honest, really not a massive fan of this. I really don't like it. Massive downgrade on last year. The Spotify logo just looks kind of out of place. I don't like the color of it as well in this photo. It looks like an official photo, so I don't know. I feel like that Spotify logo should probably match with the color of the badge, the gold color, and also the Nike tick. The sort of faded stripes doesn't really scream anything premium to me. Not a fan of the colors. I recently did my own Barcelona home redesign, so go and watch that video if you haven't already. Let me know whether you prefer this one or my one. To be honest, this home shirt, not a fan. I'm probably going to go for like an E, because I actually quite liked that home shirt from last year, but this is a downgrade. Again, this is Barcelona's away kit for next season. This is their leaked kit for next season anyway. And they've gone with that dark badge, again, similar to the one that they used on their away kit of last year, but that was an all black kit and kind of worked. Whereas this one, not a fan. I don't like the cream color in this photo. Obviously, this is the only photo that we have, but the main base of the shirt is obviously that color. There's not a lot of other design to it other than like a bit of purpley blue on the collar and the sleeves. Again, really not a fan of this. Sorry, Barcelona fans. I'm probably going to go for another E on this one. I really don't like these 2 Barcelona kits. And then if we go on to Barcelona's 3rd shirt for next season, or their leaked kit for next season, again, this looks like an official photo. I like the design. It almost looks like the Total 90 sort of Arsenal 03, 04 sort of design. It kind of looks like Thierry Henry could wear this shirt, and I don't mind that. I really like the sort of actual design to it, but the color is sort of a shiny salmon with dark blue, and I think those 2 colors complement each other quite nicely. I don't know. At the center badge, they've also got the tick, which is off center again. Just stick that Nike tick in the middle of the shirt and it will look so much better. But this is definitely better than the other Barcelona kits. I think for this one, it's probably like a C+, but again, if we see more photos, it could be higher because I think this one has potential. Right, moving on, another kit I'm really not a fan of. It's like a weird marble effect, and it's all the colors just don't really seem like they want to stand out. It's like an off gray. It's not quite black. It's like a lightish kind of, I don't know how to explain it, to be honest. I don't know how you explain that color, but I just don't like it. There's a lot going on this kit. There's a bit of orange, there's a bit of gray, there's a bit of cream, there's a bit of sort of red, like light red. This one is definitely not for me, and we haven't had a good start in terms of the ratings for this video, but yeah, this one isn't going to be another low one. I think this is worse than the Barcelona kits, to be honest, and that is just my opinion. Obviously, you are well entitled to think differently to me. I just really don't like this. This might be an F. I'm sorry, it might be an F. Okay, so this is Borussia Dortmund's leaked home kit. They've used the 93-94 Borussia Dortmund home kit as inspiration. The reason that kit is so nice, though, is it just looks retro. I like the color of it. It's like a Volt, a bright yellow color, and I think that really stood out on this particular shirt. They've taken this almost like paint strokes coming down the front, but there's a couple details here and there which I just don't think they've done the original. They haven't done it justice anyway. So if you look at the Borussia Dortmund badge in the render that we have, the Dortmund badge is in that black color, whereas if you look at the original, it's actually below, and I think that's better. It makes it stand out. It's less messy. Obviously, you have a different sponsor. There's not much they can do about that, but the original sponsor does look a bit better, in my opinion. It's not too bad, but I just think they could have done more. They could have put more effort into this one and made it look better. Even those paint stripes on the original, they just look a little bit more on purpose. Whereas on the redesign or the new kit for the new season, it just looks a little bit random. So, okay, it's not a bad shirt in on itself, but the original was so good. that I think this one is a bit disappointing. So I'm going to go for like a C-. Now moving on to Chelsea. And Chelsea, to be honest, I've been a little bit disappointed with their kits recently. They just haven't really looked like Chelsea kits. And I can't really explain why. It's almost just like an indescribable quality. But this one, I think kind of goes back to Chelsea roots a little bit more. And it might be having that racing red on the little details underneath the arms and at the back of the collar. I just think that adds something to the Chelsea shirts. I'm going to be doing a Chelsea redesign kit very, very soon, and I did use that red. So I think it's nice. Nice little bit of white on the collar. It will obviously have a sponsorship. I don't think Chelsea have a shirt sponsor for next year. I'm sure they will come the start of the season, but that seems to be a bit of a theme with them. But this isn't too bad. They've got like a grungy artwork design on the face of the shirt. It gives it a little bit of texture. It's really not that bad, to be honest. So we'll have to wait and see what it looks like with a sponsor. Depending on the sponsor, it could make or break the kit. But as we have it now, probably going to give this like a B-, because, you know, this isn't going to be the finished article, so we're going to have to wait and see. I now have 3 Juventus kits to talk about. I believe the home shirt has already been released, so we'll just briefly touch on that. Obviously, not much to shout about here. Black and white stripes, basically what you would expect from a Juventus home shirt. Not too bad. They have had the complementary colour of pink this year. It does mean that you can't really see the Juventus badge or the Adidas badge in this photo. It might be a little bit better in real life, but with what we have now, I don't mind that. They're just not really legible. And I think when you have a badge on the shirt, you need to be able to see it and it still complement the shirt, whereas I don't think that really does that here. I'm going to go for a C+. It's not bad. There's nothing really special about it, but I don't mind the pink. The away shirt, it has like a little bit of a detail on it. Almost looks like Roman architecture or something. That's probably the best analysis you're going to get from me on this shirt. Again, the Juventus and Adidas badges aren't legible. You can't see it. There's a lot of light colours on this shirt, but they're all sort of different. So you've got blue, green, white. Not a fan. I'd rather they would have gone for the light blue base of the shirt, maybe with a darker blue Adidas stripe, maybe dark blue details for the Juventus badge and the Adidas badge. It's not terrible, but it's also really not great. So I'm going to go for a D+. And then finally for Juventus, we have their third shirt, which is very similar to their third shirt of this year. But why fix something that's already great? And they've stuck with the classic stallion badge. They've got the Adidas Originals logo, which I think is really nice. Obviously just black. I think in this picture it looks almost like off-white, whereas this year it's gold, which I think is really nice. So I'm hoping we'll get a little bit more clarity with that. They have a little bit of detail on the sleeves as well. Very basic, but this one is going to look good on the pitch. So I'm going to go for a B+. I feel like it's probably a little bit of a downgrade on last year though. Now on to Real Madrid. This is their leaked third shirt for next season. And to be honest, I reviewed their 2 kits that have already come out, their home shirt, their away shirt. I think this one might be my favorite, and it's quite nice that we can visualize it with this edit on Kylian Mbappe. I'm sorry, I don't know who did that edit, but I think it's really nice, and it gives us a good idea of how this kit is going to look on pitch. A lot of the Adidas kits next year will have this sort of little fold over collar, which looks okay. I don't mind it necessarily, but the color I just think is really, really nice. And yes, it's simple, and we can't see many details other than just the badge, the Adidas badge and the sponsorship, but it does look nice, and I think as a full blue kit, it really will stand out. So I'm going to go for a B. Now on to Manchester United's leak kit for the 25-26 season. It looks like it's going to be white with purple, and actually we have a couple more details here. We can see a little bit more of what's actually going on, and there's some flair to it. They've gone with that very simple Manchester United badge, which a lot of clubs are doing this year and last year, where they've just simplified it. Arsenal have done it, Liverpool have done it, now Manchester United are doing it, and I think it is actually quite nice. It's legible, you can read it. I like that it's got a very light color to the base of the shirt, a little bit of purple pattern on there, and then the features are dark, which makes it easier to see. Again, it's quite simple, but I think this actually is going to be quite nice. We have a nice little example of a FIFA player. I think it's meant to be Garnacho playing, and I think it's going to look pretty good. So let's go for a B- at the moment. And the final team we're going to be talking about today, they had a blue third shirt this year or last year, whichever way you want to look at it. And to be honest, I think that the one that they currently have is probably better than this one. It was just a brighter blue. It was a bit more unique, whereas this kind of looks like it looks to me like a New York City FC kit, because they've got a bit of orange on there, which looks like orange on here. Although actually I've looked a little bit closer, it might be pink. I'm not sure, but just from the the sort of distance I can see it now, it looks like orange. And yeah, to me, it just looks like a New York City FC kit, maybe a Manchester City kit, one of them teams. So it's a bit less unique. The sponsorship's okay on there. It is quite big though, and it seems to look bigger on this one. I'm not really sure why. But overall, it's not a bad kit in on itself. I think the third shirt from this year had a really high grade from me, but this one, it's probably a B. It's very unoffensive. I like the colors. I like the little details on the collar. Again, Adidas with the same style of collar. Not too bad. Let's go for a B. Okay, so that was some more Elite kits for the 25-26 season. Let me know, do you agree with my rankings? Which teams should I take a look at next? And make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss any more of my videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in another video.
Yes, I'm a vibrant soul, the rhymes and the timing's cold, so cold tip tea so my sinus flows. Sight tip a whole fruit ripe and cold in the finest bowls. Speak O with the Midas flow, hold the mics akimbo, make it look nice and simple. Shoot shots out the pot like a pistol, let's go toe to toe. Turn this beat to gold, me plants grow seasonal, with bars artisanal. I'm one of a kind.